Hey there, Susie Watkins with Paparazzi Accessories. I am honored to be a paparazzi independent consultant, and I am here today to do a training for my team and for anybody out there who has a paparazzi business, and honestly, any other type of home business or network marketing business, or anybody who has life. Like, this training can apply to everything. I live in sunny Georgia now, and so you're going to see the sun glowing onto my hair from the window. I have the shades closed and I have a curtain, and it's still glowing through. So it's so beautiful. So if you're living in a place where you're not getting sun today, you can enjoy it vicariously through me and be able to maybe hear something that lights a fire under you and helps you to maybe make a step forward in your business or in your life. I watched a training by an elite leader called The Game of Conquering, and it was Andrea Hutchinson who did this training, and it was based off the book by Robert Sperry, and it talked about the 3 mindsets. Now, if you've been in network marketing at all for any length of time, you will know that the first thing they talk about is mindset. You got to get your mind right. You got to have your mindset. And I mean, you got to do your self-help. You got to do your self-work. And I've always wondered, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean I have to do my self-work? I have to do I'll listen to motivational stuff. Okay, I did that. Nothing exploded. Nothing was crazy. I've done the trainings. I've done the stuff, and I just haven't seen where I was able to apply it. Man, I can tell you right now, this training on the mindsets, maybe it was a gift from God today. Maybe it was just the right time for me, or maybe it's just that good of a training. So I took great notes, and I want to share them with you. So the 3 mindsets are: number 1, victim mindset; number 2, survivor; and number 3, conqueror. Let me tell you, after this training, I sat for quite a while in my office and just like marinated in this. Like, man, where do I see myself in this? And I can honestly tell you that when I haven't done so well in my business, I'm definitely sitting in the victim, even a little bit in the survivor. Even to this day, even to this week, I honestly believe that I've sat in a few victim mentalities. And man, now that I know this, and now that you know this, I hope that it's really going to help you to push past that and start to really take hold of those thoughts when they enter your mind. So let's just start with the victim mentality. So here's some of the traits of someone who has a victim mentality. Number 1, they live in the past. Well, I used to be able to do this. It used to be easier for me to do this. It was easier for other people a while ago before it was so saturated. So they live in the past of what they could do, what they couldn't do, and what other people have done in the past. Number 2, they blame their circumstances. I moved to a whole new state, far away from everybody that I know, and I'm going to start a network marketing business. You know, you could say, I don't know anybody. Suze, I don't have a really nice apartment to have people over to do an open house. I don't have the money to invest in displays to take my stuff place. So you're just saying that the reason why your business isn't doing well is because of your circumstances, okay? And you're just letting that limit yourself. Number 3, this is a good one. They blame their company, their job, their product, or their area for the problem in their business. So paparazzi, man, when those new releases come out, they go so fast, and I work. So I can't get the new releases at 3 o'clock, and I stayed up till midnight to try to get those extra special pieces, and I stayed up and I didn't get them, and so now my business is just going to fail because I didn't get those hot pieces. Let me tell you, paparazzi comes out with multiple brand new pieces every single day, and if you didn't get one hot piece, it is not going to make or break your business. Because if you're giving your customers really, really good service, they may go find that piece with somebody else, but they're going to come back to you because you are their consultant and you're the one who's giving them good customer service. So blaming the company, blaming your job. I work. How am I supposed to do that? I work long hours, so I'm too tired when I get home. My job won't let me talk about my network marketing business at work. So that's something you're focusing on that as a negative. The third, your area. Well, I just moved to a new area. I don't know anybody. I could say, oh, I live in a big town now and I don't know anybody. Whereas if I lived in a small town, I mean, I knew everybody, but then I know I've heard some of my consultants say, well, I live in a small town. I don't live in a big area like you. It's an excuse. And the next thing is the product. You can't get the product that you want. The product is too expensive if it's not paparazzi, which, girls, we're talking $5. It's fabulous $5 jewelry. But if it's a different product from a different company, it's too expensive. The pumps don't work. It smells funny. I mean, just whatever it is, the reason that your business is not doing well is because of these factors. Let me tell you something. There's other people in your business just like yours, who are killing it in spite of those things. So those are excuses. They want sympathy and they want somebody to do it for them. So I can't get those new releases. Can you get them for me? They just want someone to spoon feed them everything. And with being spoon fed, they feel that their business should explode. And you're supposed to feel sorry for them because of their circumstances and do it for them. So having that type of mindset, man, you're never going to go anywhere. They ask a lot of questions. I get this a lot. They ask a lot of questions. What's Fashion Fix all about? Go to your back office, go into resources, watch one of 5 videos that the dorks have done, go into resources and read about Fashion Fix. There's probably 500 videos on YouTube that you could learn about Fashion Fix. And yes, I even, for my team, have a Facebook group where I've talked about Fashion Fix and what it is and how you can sign up. And I also have a team resources webpage where at any point my team members can go on there and get all that information on Fashion Fix. Yet I still have people say, hey, can you send me that information? When I signed up, my upline was, she had been selling paparazzi for probably 4 or 5 months, and she was on her way out. I didn't know that when I signed up. I didn't sign up because I thought this was going to be a business. So the resources are out there, and if you have the mindset that someone needs to tell you that you should have been told, you need to go out and you need to find it. If there's something about this business, paparazzi, that you don't know, there's a handbook. There's a policies and procedures book. And you know what? I went back and I read it the other day again. And instead of emailing compliance about a question, I went back and I read it. I was like, holy crow, it's right there. It's right there in black and white. So go find your own information. It's going to stick with you a lot longer. But people who have a victim mentality think that they need to be informed. They have a right to be informed about everything, and that they don't have to do any of their due diligence to find this information on their own. People with a victim mentality are stagnant and resistant to change, and they show no growth. That's a sticky one, right? Stagnant and resistant to change. Well, you should go out and hand out your business card to 5 people every single day. Well, I did that and it didn't work. That doesn't work for me. I can't get around 5 people a day. I'm not out enough. They want the resources. They want the help, yet they don't want to do what it takes to follow through with the resources that have been given to them. They just want it to happen. They just think that it should happen. They sign up, boom, they should just sell a lot of jewelry because their upline told them this stuff sells itself. It does. It does. My people, humans putting hands on paparazzi jewelry equals money. They want it. They have to buy it. They see it. They need it. It's $5. But you do have to do your work. You do have to get yourself out there because there is a lot of paparazzi consultants that are out there doing it. And if they, just one quick second. If go. My computer keeps like blinking on me, and I was hoping I could shut it down so that it doesn't keep doing that. Let's see. They always talk about suffering and how they hate their circumstances rather than spending time planning their future. If you have 15 minutes in a day to work your business. So instead of thinking, how do I get more viewers, and watching a video and going and doing exactly just one small thing that they tell you to do to get more viewers, whether it's do an engaging post or work your algorithm and get out there and connect with your friends on Facebook, genuine, authentic connection on Facebook, not just posting and reposting pictures. They rather sit there and go, well, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Like, I post a picture and nobody even comments on it. So stop worrying about what's not working and start figuring out what you need to do to make it work. There's so much information out there. If you are on my team, you know that I have all the information out there for you. And if it's not out there, call me and ask me. If I don't have it, I'll find it. And that goes for any business. Although it is not your upline's job to do that for you, if you have a great upline, they will help you. And the last one is they hide their experiences from others because of shame. This is one that I can totally relate with. For instance, maybe I do a basket party and I don't sell anything. I wouldn't tell my team about that. Or I sign up for an event and I do an event and I don't sell very much. That may be something that I don't tell my team about. I only tell them about the good experiences. And not being authentic, you're being fake. You're being fake about your business. You're not looking for solutions. You're not noticing that there's maybe a problem, that maybe there's something that you did or didn't do at that event, or you didn't train your hostess well enough in that basket party to be able to solve it. Instead, you just kind of cover it up and we won't talk about that. And that can get really scary in a business because you've got to uncover that stuff. You know, God created us for a purpose, and that purpose was to be great in His eyes, right? And to just be, I don't want to get too much into my beliefs, but man, God created us for a reason. And sometimes, you know, when you're sitting in that victim mentality and your circumstances maybe aren't the best, and you don't live in the best area, and you do have a job that takes you hours, you know, to get to and back, and you don't have the extra time, you know, God might not put that circumstance in your life. He may not cause that circumstance, but He'll allow it for one of three reasons. I wholeheartedly believe that. So indulge me just this one quick thing. Number one, it's to bring you closer to Him so that He can teach you what's going on, and He can kind of start to lead you in the path that you need to go. Number two, it is because if you don't have something not work, if everything's always great, why would you search for something greater? If everything always works, why would you fix what's not broke? So sometimes God uses a circumstance and He really will use that to help you to grow, to help you to get closer to Him and get to the root of what's going on so that you can succeed. And the last one is so that you can be an example to somebody else down the road who's going to go through the same exact thing that you go through, because a lot of the suffering, a lot of the challenges, a lot of the struggles in business are not unique to you and your circumstance. So being able to go out there and use what happened is one of the main reasons why I do so many videos, because I didn't have an upline, and I let that really affect me. I used it as an excuse. Well, I didn't have the help that other girl had. Well, find it. And I did, and I did find my upline, which is amazing. I was diligent about that, so I did find my upline, which is great. But those types of victim mindsets, it's going to get you nowhere. And I know it's hard to sit in that and to maybe put yourself in those circumstances, but if you don't, and you don't maybe see where you're filling one of those spots there, or how it's manifesting in your life and then out into your life and your business, then I don't know, your business might be dead in the water. You have to do the hard. Business is hard. This is part of the hard. So let's move on to the second, which is survivor. I'm a survivor, right? Like that's a thing. I'm a survivor. My sister-in-law had a heart transplant, and one of the things that she has always said to me is, I am not a survivor, I am a thriver. Because a survivor is constantly working so hard to survive, to just keep their nose above water, right? They're not thriving and flourishing, they're surviving. So if you're in maybe that area a little bit, some of the things that you may think, or some of the characteristics could be, would be that you have the power to endure hard times. I mean, that's great, right? You can just power through, but you're so busy enduring that you're not moving forward. You're just status quo. I'm just plowing through and getting through. Well, you're getting through, but maybe just to the other side. You haven't made it uphill in your business at all. You need to take a hard look and see if you're stuck here, because that survivor trophy and that survivor sash is not going to get your business anywhere. It's actually going to hinder your movement forward and higher up in your business. Survivors don't live in their past, but they actually stop looking ahead to their future. Do not get stuck in self-pity. God cannot use you there. Don't just be present. Don't just be here. I'm right here. I mean, living in the present is fabulous. Looking behind you, not so much, other than to learn from your mistakes in the past. But man, you've got to start looking forward, and you've got to know what your goal is. A lot of times, we can go back and forth between that victim and survivor mode. They're really kind of linked. And I got to tell you, I know that this is hard. This was really hard for me to, at this stage in the game and at my age, to look here and go, that's where I'm at. This was so easy. This was so simple. Why didn't I see it before? And I'm just grateful that I found it. And the reason why I want you to really consider doing this exercise is to get yourself moving. Like, I don't want you stuck in your business anymore. I want you buying jewelry, selling jewelry. I want you recruiting people into your business that want to be in the business and that are going to flourish right along with you. Survivors are committed to events, EMP, going to convention, going to any little trainings that maybe are around your area for paparazzi or for network marketing, and that's great. They go to the trainings, they invest the time, they invest the money, they see the people, they watch the trainings. You might be just watching this right now, and you're talking to your girlfriends later on and be like, oh yeah, I watched it, that was really good. Watching doesn't do anything, and going doesn't do anything. What happens with survivors is they're constantly, they're gaining more knowledge, but they're not doing anything with it. You're lacking the follow through when you're in the survival mode. You're lacking the action. You can go to any training you want, and you can write down all the notes that you want, but if you don't put them into action, they're not going to help your business at all, right? You're going to spend all this money to go to Vegas, to go to the convention, and you're going to hear those elites tell you what they did and tell you exactly what you need to do to grow your business. And when you get home, you're like, I'm uncomfortable doing that. I don't really want to do that. You're not doing what you need to do to propel your business. I'm always learning. I'm always taking action. And I have to work a little harder at going out of my comfort zone, because the things that are comfortable for me, I will do tons of them. And so, of course, because they're income producing activities, I do make income from them. But there's other things that I can do that I think would really catapult my business. And so that's one thing that I'm working on, is getting a little bit more out of my comfort zone, and starting to stretch myself and get out of the survivor mode in that area. Survivors are so focused on not quitting that they forget to get moving. Pretty simple and profound, right? You gotta be doing income producing activity. Organizing your jewelry is not income producing. Getting your shipments out is not income producing. Ordering your jewelry is not income producing. Going to events and listening to trainings is not income producing. You have to do the do. Now that you have ordered the stuff and you've made the sale, or actually you've ordered the stuff and you've got it in, and you've gone to the events to learn what to do, you've got to do income producing activities. And in Paparazzi, that means you need to talk to people. You need to invite people to your live shows. You need to host parties. You need to find hosts to host your parties. You need to go out there and do events and do fundraisers. That's what this business is. It's not just sitting home behind a screen and holding up your jewelry and hoping to goodness people just dump into your news feed. That's not going to happen anymore. Not with the way Facebook algorithms are. Not going to happen. 3 or 4 years ago, when it first came out, 2017, absolutely. Nowadays, you have got to do the do. And so going back to the basket parties and the events and the home parties is something that a lot of women are starting to really, really teach their consultants to do, because we've kind of gotten away from it because this is easy. Easy won't always get you everywhere. All right. So yeah, this was one that really got to me. Who here doesn't feel that they're good enough? Doesn't think they're worthy enough? I'm not good enough at what I do to be a great leader and to, even ask anybody to be on my team. I'm not good enough at describing the jewelry, so I don't want to go on Facebook Live and show it because I don't know what to say. So, maybe those ladies would be the ones that, well, if I put it out, it'll hands-on jewelry, it'll sell itself. I gotta tell you that this was so me, and I'll tell you why. The first year I was in Paparazzi, I signed up 16 new consultants, and I thought that I was doing everything that I needed to do to help them in their business, but I was still learning myself, and yet I still didn't have this upper line, excuses. I lost all but one. And so as of this year, I have 3 active consultants, and I am rebuilding my team. And I kind of went back and was like, man, I was missing something. I wasn't doing the trainings weekly that I should have. I didn't call them every month like I should have. I wasn't keeping them abreast of all of the different promotions and just all of these different things. Like there was something that I was lacking that caused those women to quit. And I'll tell you, there's probably some things that I didn't do that I should have done because I didn't know, and now I do know, so I'll do it better. But, I was going into my YouTube page just yesterday, and that's why I think this is so profound to me, because I did this yesterday, I had these thoughts, and then I saw this training this morning. I have over 30 videos of training on my YouTube page that my consultants can go to it. Anybody can go to it anytime and see these trainings that I've put together for things that have worked for me. I have a website for my team that has not only a 10 video boot camp on how to launch your business, from setting up your first home party to setting up your business page, what's the difference between business page and a business group, how to set up your Square and other ways to take payment, how to organize your inventory, how to order inventory for the best value, how to ship for the best value, and tons and tons and tons of other just basic things. And then on top of that, all of these other ideas that I've had that have worked for me to help my business grow. And so I sat back and I was like, well, it's not that I haven't done my part, because I've done my part. It obviously just isn't something that they want. And so I'm really making that decision it's out there. I have these systems in place. And if the consultants want to do this, then they're going to do it. If not, they're there for the next person who wants to, and I'm just going to keep moving myself forward. I'm not going to get stuck back here, retraining, re-spending the same time talking about the same things. It's there. They have to go find it. And so for me, that was something that was really profound. Survivors seem to be really strong, but feel weak and unworthy. I'm learning to show where my weaknesses are, and I'm learning to be honest with myself and others with where I am struggling. And I was afraid that that would make me look like a failure because, well, I had this brick and mortar business for 30 years. I was very successful. And, now I'm doing this jewelry thing. And maybe if I tell them that I'm not doing amazing and I don't look like I have it together all the time and I'm perfect, that they're just going to think that I'm a loser. I definitely need to be more organized. And I definitely have been working really, really hard on being able to describe my jewelry better and to know the different stones. I have a brand new book that I just got. It's on the other side of my huge computer screen, so I can't grab it. And I have been, I'll show you right here. Before every show, I have all of my pieces lined up, and I have a different word for every single piece of jewelry, so that I'm not going, isn't this beautiful? Isn't this gorgeous? Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this fun? Isn't this gorgeous? I went and I found different descriptive names for jewelry. Dainty, sparkling, classic, precious, designer, bold, exceptional, eye-catching, adorable. And I wrote one different word about each piece, and as I grabbed that piece, I quickly looked down at that word, and it just gave me this inspiration to talk about the piece. So I went out there and I did it. Organization, I'm still working on how to figure that one out. I'm not an organized person, I'm more creative. But the thing that I'm saying is that I still have a little bit of that survivor mode in me because I don't feel good enough still sometimes, and because I'm rebuilding my business right now. But man, if you're feeling that way and you're just not telling anybody about your bad experiences, about things in your life that aren't going well for you, because God forbid anybody know that your life's not perfect, you're living in survivor mode. And you are never, ever going to unspin your wheels. You're just going to sit there and spin, because that's a huge one. You've got to move forward, because you never know what being vulnerable is going to do for you. And it might bring in an idea from somebody else to help you move past that. Another one that survivor mentality people tend to have is, because of my failures and mistakes, I am able to help others learn from them. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't quite go together. I think what it was is, that's not a mentality a survivor has. That is something that was supposed to be kind of over one. That we should think of it in that manner, instead of feeling ashamed or being ashamed about our failures. We can reprogram our mind to say, because of my failures and mistakes, I'm able to help others and learn from them and help them learn. Does that make sense? See, I even messed up there. Survivors compare themselves with others. How many of you do that? Oh my land. So I recently was having a conversation with one of my friends, and she was talking about how much she loved Chip and Joanna Gaines' show, and she loves HGTV. And I was like, I do too, but I quit watching it. I can't watch it anymore. She said, why? I said, because I compare my house to what they've got, and I become very unhappy with the blessings God has given me. I stay away from Instagram when it comes to, I'm like, my Instagram is Joyce Meyer, TD Jakes, other motivational speakers, and paparazzi consultants. I'm a hairdresser by trade, so I also have a lot of hairdressers that I subscribe to their channel, so I can see different ideas and just see what's new out there in the fashion world. But just being a subscriber to an influencer because they drink Starbucks every day and have this gorgeous, like, I can't do that. I don't look like that. I'm never gonna look like that, and it's not real. So if you're doing that, if you're comparing yourself to others, don't do that. Please don't do that. It's stay in your lane. My girlfriend always says, stay in your lane, Karen. Like, focus on yourself. And her name is Karen. And I love that. And I say that a lot when I start to get off on a tangent, or I get off in that mindset of, oh, but that girl doesn't have as good of a setup as me. And look at, why are people buying 3 pieces? And oh, there's someone just bought another one. Oh, she has 17 viewers right now, and I only had 6 last night. Stop comparing. You are on your own journey. God has got his own journey for you. And when you stop comparing yourself, he might actually be able to talk to you, and you might be able to listen. I'm speaking to the choir right there, ladies, so it's okay. And men, if any men are watching. They spend time fake working. In one of my other network marketing businesses, I was such a, what would you call it? I did this a lot. Anyway, I was thinking of a fancy word. I couldn't think of it. They go to all the things, but they don't do anything. No income producing. I went to all the events. And when it came to just doing the do, I was so scared. I could make the flyers. I would put together all this stuff for my team. But when it came to me actually going out and asking people, I froze. And back then, I don't know, there was YouTube that gave us all these different ideas and whatnot, but I used it as an excuse. I didn't go for the nose because I was too scared of what people would think. Because I was comparing myself to other people. What will they think of me? Don't fake work. Just give it up if you're going to fake it. But if you're faking it, know it. You know it now, right? You know it now, so now you can do better. And then last is they are mentally exhausted from staying in this mindset of survivor for too long. They'll get tired and they will quit because they are not moving forward. After a while, because you're fake working, you're busy. You're going to the events, you know all this stuff, you've got it all organized, you're just doing busy work. Busy work does not produce income, and it does not grow your business, and it does not grow your team. And you will get exhausted doing that, and you will get 100% burnout. So if you're in that phase right now where you're like, I'm doing everything and nothing's working, are you just knowing everything? Are you actually doing everything? Are you making a flyer and standing out in front of Walmart and handing it out to everybody? What would people think? Andrea Hutchinson actually did that. She didn't have a place to have a party because they had no furniture in their house except for 2 lawn chairs and a bed. So instead of using it as an excuse, she found a museum nearby that would allow her to host her events over there. And then, because there wasn't this Facebook thing, she had to hand out flyers because she was in a new town and she didn't know anybody. And I can give you a bunch of ideas. That one's right off the top of my head. Hers, because I listened to her this morning and I was like, man, I got to step it up. That's ridiculous. Don't get yourself in that mindset of worrying what other people are going to think and gathering all the information and not doing what you need to do. Who cares what anybody else thinks? Because guess what? Their opinion will not cut you a paycheck. And that's so serious. Take that and put it right on your computer screen or on your daily to-do list. No one else's opinion of what I'm doing is going to cut me a paycheck or get my business where it's going to go. So don't worry about what they're saying. If they're not buying from you, that's fine. They can just watch you succeed. And then last but not least, the conqueror. Like, this is where we all want to be. Okay, so listen up and take notes. The conqueror takes full responsibility and does not make excuses. I needed to give you a minute for that. I'm going to say it again. The conqueror personally takes full responsibility for the success or the lack thereof of their business, and they don't make excuses. For an entire week, live in that mindset, and you will not believe where your business will go. Number 1, they focus on income producing activities. Again, you know what those are. They take massive action. Everything they learn, they immediately implement it. Now, if you tend to get overwhelmed like I do, write them all down and take one every single week and do it. Take one every single day and do it. Whatever it is, do it in massive quantities. Don't spam people. Income producing activity, not just asking people. They embrace the past and they learn from it. So don't be embarrassed about what didn't work. Embrace it and learn from it. And then tell other people about it, because they probably are making the same mistake and maybe just haven't realized that that's the wrong thing to do right now. So help another girl out. They understand circumstances are outside of their control and find the solution. Embrace the trial, lean into God, and go help someone else who is struggling. That's such a big one. Just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. They love themselves and their past experiences. They seek to connect with others through experiences. Man, this is home to me right here. I am a very social person, and my VIP shopping group, they are my tribe. We pray for each other. We check up on each other. We support each other so much. There is a hardcore group of girls that are part of that group. And man, we may have never set eyes on each other in real life, but we are there for each other. And that is because we have made genuine connections with each other. And you can do that with this business, with this jewelry. Jewelry connects women together for sure, and men, because they want to buy for their girls, and you're their girl. You're the one they go to make their girl happy. They seek support from others, and they talk about what they're facing, not looking for pity or recognition, but looking for help with a solution. I had a situation earlier this week that I went to my tribe, and I was completely and utterly authentic. And after I did that, I wanted to delete it so bad. I was like, why would you even do that? Why would you even do that? Son, you were crazy, girl. You need to take that down. But before I had a chance to take it down, I had message after message after message of people saying, thank you for being authentic. This makes me love you more. I just want you to know that I'm struggling too. And to know that you're struggling and you're still getting up and having a smile on your face inspires me to do the same. You're an inspiration to me. That was really cool. The mindset of a conqueror. They commit to growth and set aside time to work on mindset. God says you have to renew your mind every single day. So when you wake up in the morning, are you immediately going to the news? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you go downstairs and you watch News Channel 5 first thing in the morning, garbage in, garbage out. You wake up and you immediately get on Facebook and you start seeing all these people yesterday morning. They have flowers and they have candy and they've got all these, dinners and everything, and maybe you're single. And maybe your family doesn't have enough money to purchase those things. Your husband just does, you don't have it. And you just start comparing yourself, or there's another consultant on there and you're like, oh, well, there's her live again. She's got 50 people on there. Don't do it. Start with something that is going to fill your mind with something positive. Open your Bible. Everything you need to succeed in life is in there. Listen to some uplifting music. You can go on YouTube. I have a playlist of motivational things on YouTube that I listen to when I'm in the shower, when I'm taking my walk, when I'm cleaning, because I want the positive in. Because at some point that positive's going to push the garbage out, and then the positive's going to come out. It's going to rise to the top. They think thoughts of purpose to drive their feelings and actions towards the life they want to create. They follow the conqueror's formula. And this is the formula. Vision, environment, discipline, habits equal success. You have to have the vision. That is my vision board that I look at every single day. People think it's corny, but it has been the biggest focus for me to see that every single day. Your environment. Are you surrounding yourself with people who are supportive of you? If your family is not supportive of you, find another consultant who is. Find somebody else who you can go to and they can help to lift you up. Discipline. Discipline. If you don't work your business and you don't open your doors every single day, which means if you're not posting on Facebook, you're not connecting with your customers, you're not going live, your doors are closed. So you have to be disciplined. I mean, if you had this boutique that you love to go to and every time you go there she's not open, would you stop going there? Yeah, probably. You would start finding somewhere else to go. You wouldn't just drive across town and hope that she's going to be open. No, you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined when you're going live. You have to be disciplined when you're doing your orderings and when you're doing your invoicings and when you're doing your shippings, because guess what? That's the business you're in. That's the paparazzi consultant business that you're in. So if you're not going to be disciplined doing them, then this is a hobby. You cannot do anything without discipline, man. You have to commit and don't compromise. Get to work and don't waste time, because you're wasting time. And the last one is they have habits and their environment is uplifting. I have little things all over that my friends have given me that I have posted. Little, this one fell on the floor. Where'd it go? This one fell. I had this taped up in it and it fell. And it says, your own path you make with every step you take. That's why it's your path. Kind of sums up this entire training, doesn't it? Your own path you make with every step you take. That's why it's your path. It's a choice, ladies and gentlemen. It's a choice if you want to be successful. If you want to be a victim, it's a choice to be a victim. If you want to be a survivor, it's a choice to be a survivor. And if you want to be a conqueror, it's a choice to be a conqueror. And you know what? Now you don't know. Now you can't say you don't know, because you know. And so now you know better. Go out there and do better for you and your family and for your business. Yeah, that's it. You know better, so go do better. I can't really end with anything better than that. So I really hope that this training helped you, whether you're a paparazzi consultant, whether you're thinking of being a paparazzi consultant, or you're in any other type of network marketing business, or man, you're just struggling with life in general. I hope that this helped. Go out and grab that book. It's called The Game of Conquering. I'll put the link down in the bottom here. My name is Susie Watkins. Again, I'm an independent paparazzi consultant, and if you are at all thinking of starting your own business and you would like to talk, I would love to give you some more information and see if this is a fit for you. So I hope you have an absolutely blessed day. I hope you enjoyed this training. It's been a little bit of a long one. To all my team members out there, ouch! I know this one got me. I'm sure it got you too, but it's only because I love you. All right, you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.